Hello and welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. We have gathered trail camera footage of wild animals, cryptids, paranormal activity, mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows, and strange phenomena that defy explanation. We have it all. Our team of experts scours the internet and beyond to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of wildlife and the unknown. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran outdoorsman, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Now, let's get into the captures. Before we get into today's captures, visit dreadsarmy.com to sign up for the Dread Weekly newsletter so you don't miss out on any updates. Also, check out all of the channels in the Dread Network on dreadsarmy.com or in the description below. Thanks for listening. Now let's get to the captures. Just an absolute insane video here. First of all, it's not lost on me that I live in America and don't have to deal with these types of things. With that being said, as the video starts, I honestly thought the snake had the man, but then I realized it was much worse. He had the dog. The Good Samaritan biker has seen the incident and pulled over to help rescue the dog, who is deep within the grips of this snake. He tries to wrestle the dog from the snake, but that's going to be impossible. A few other bystanders stop by and join in the fight. A fight the dog will absolutely lose unless he's helped. Finally, by maneuvering a stick into the jaw of the snake, it appears they have freed the dog, who seems fine actually, does a little shake and walks away. And while the snake's meal was foiled, a grateful dog's life was saved. Incredible camera capture. The following footage originates from the Saskatchewan River in Canada. From the title, it might not be immediately clear, but I assure you, the video reveals what some have believed to exist only in the realm of myth. Are you a little skeptical? Keep watching. This intriguing video was recorded by a group of friends out on a fishing adventure. As you would expect, they were engaged in the usual fishing activities, baiting their hooks, eager for a catch. Then, unexpectedly, they noticed an odd creature lurking just a few feet away. Direct your attention to the right side of the video, and you'll spot it. Did you see it? The creature has an uncanny resemblance to some kind of primate, yet significantly larger and appears to be walking upright with remarkable ease. We know that such a bipedal gait is a characteristic primarily associated with humans, not apes. Moreover, the creature was shrouded in a full coat of brown fur, contributing to its enigmatic presence. We can only guess what brought it to the riverbank. But one thing's clear. It wasn't looking for an audience. Sadly for the creature and the onlookers at the riverbank, it was noticed. Upon realizing it had been discovered, it made a dash for the nearby tree line. The spectators, baffled and unsure of what they were witnessing, also scrambled to leave the area. After sharing the footage online, the group is convinced they had a close encounter with Bigfoot. I must admit, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. Like in many other purported Bigfoot sightings, this creature didn't seem overly interested in human presence and only desired to be left alone. While part of me is eager to accept this as the real deal, my skepticism keeps me grounded, causing me to question the video's authenticity. The group's reaction seems a bit off, although that could just be my overanalyzing nature. But don't let me be a Donnie Downer. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. What's your take on this whole situation? Great video here reminding me of what my cat does to my dog. This sly fox pops over this wall, but this kitty isn't having it. I can tell this is a female cat by how protective she is. I don't even need to verify. It's awesome. She initiates contact and the fox has realized he's entered the wrong backyard. After a little back and forth, the fox submits and the cat allows him to slink away and out of the yard. Just a really cool camera capture. An Australian man, accompanied by a few of his friends, set out on an adventure to a remote river. Their equipment consisted of a simple rope, with which they planned to construct an improvised rope swing. After a diligent search, they identified what they believed to be the perfect spot for their entertainment. Carefully, they fastened the rope around a sturdy tree and prepared to dive into the water. However, as the first person enthusiastically swung out and released himself into the cool water, they all realized the grave miscalculation they had just made. Their chosen location was not the smartest. Unfortunately, this realization dawned too late for the brave, unsuspecting man who had been the first to test the rope swing. The man plunged into the water, landing uncomfortably close to a massive crocodile. Miraculously, the typically accurate and swift predator missed its snap at the man. Shock coursed through the man as he processed the near-death encounter. Adrenaline kicked in and he hurriedly swam back to shore, managing to evade the creature with no known injuries. It's almost unthinkable what would have happened had the crocodile not missed its usually accurate bite and gotten a hold of him. As we all know, crocodiles are formidable hunters and not to be messed with. A person, or anything for that matter, is virtually helpless in the water with a croc. This man, against all odds, was able to escape, and I hope to God he realizes just how bad this could have been. He's lucky to get to live and tell this tale. Caught on a trail camera is an image that leaves me guessing. As I've discussed previously, there exist entities that seem to be plucked straight from a realm different than ours. And this snapshot encapsulates such a phenomenon perfectly. The sight of the creature in the image might send a shiver down your spine. With a coating of fur akin to that of a canine, and back legs suggestive of a four-legged beast, the creature displayed is both fascinating and chilling. Strangely enough, it seems to be standing erect on its hind legs while maintaining a somewhat stooped posture. Its absence of a visible neck gives an impression of the head being directly affixed to its shoulders. The shape of the head defies description, and its eyes are peculiar. Oval, stark white, and devoid of identifiable irises or pupils. Its unnerving appearance could be straight out of a thriller, or perhaps it suggests something from beyond our planet. I would like to dismiss it as a simple prank, a costumed prankster, or a trick of photo manipulation. But what my eyes perceive appears alarmingly genuine. This puzzling image leaves us with tons of questions. What is this thing? Where did it come from? Are the local residents near where this photograph was taken safe? Again, this peculiar creature has left a lot of people baffled. Nonetheless, I'm particularly interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on this one. What are your thoughts on this mysterious being caught on a trail cam? We all love our dogs, so imagine the distress the owners of this camera felt when they saw what almost happened to their beloved pet. This camera captures the moment a suspected microburst hit this small town and almost whisks this dog away. Luckily, it only took the canopy. For those unfamiliar, a microburst is similar to a tornado. It is a localized column of sinking air, or a downdraft within a thunderstorm, and is usually less than or equal to 2.5 miles in diameter. Microbursts can cause extensive damage at the surface, and in some instances, can be life-threatening. These weather events can cause wind speeds to increase dramatically, often causing damage similar to that of tornadoes. The sudden change in wind direction and speed can be extremely hazardous to aircraft. particularly during takeoff and landing. Fortunately, the family pet is safe and back on solid ground. Once again, we find our sense of reality being challenged by the different beings captured on trail and street cameras during what appears to be an ordinary day. In the video clip we observe an entity moving quadrupedally, whether on the pavement or the road itself. Its broad gait and limb positioning mirror the characteristics of an oversized grasshopper. Online viewers are buzzing with speculation, as this creature, recorded from various viewpoints, is purported to be a skinwalker, eerily traversing the globe as if marking its territory. It really is amazing how these cameras can document just about any occurrence. However, without fail, there's a considerable number of viewers who express skepticism about the authenticity of the footage. They propose it might be a joke or perhaps some form of intricate deception. Anyhow, I'd love to know your thoughts on this, so please share your opinion. A segment of an Oregon beach had to be shut down temporarily after a mountain lion was spotted climbing a prominent rock formation, apparently on the hunt for seabirds. The cougar was seen on Sunday morning perched atop Haystack Rock, a celebrated site for observing seabirds located in Cannon Beach along the Oregon coast. The predator likely scaled the rock during low tide and found itself marooned when the tide came in. In response, local authorities cordoned off a portion of the beach and the nearby dunes to create a safe route for the cougar to return to its typical territory. District wildlife biologist Paul Atwood explained to the media that it was unusual to see a cougar venturing onto Haystack Rock. Cougars primarily feed on deer, but they will also consume elk, other mammals, and birds, noting that while coastal forest areas are ideal cougar habitats, it's uncommon for them to make their way onto Haystack Rock. On Monday, Oregon State Police and the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife confirmed that the predator had vacated the rock, with tracks indicating that it had moved away from the area and the beach was subsequently reopened to the public. Haystack Rock, part of the Oregon Islands National Wildlife Refuge, is a protected wilderness area and a notable spot among birdwatchers due to its resident population of nesting seabirds, including tufted puffins. In a surprising catch, an 11-year-old boy Charlie reeled in a PACU, a piranha relative, from a local pond in a suburban area north of Oklahoma City. Charlie's mother, Jana Clinton, narrated the peculiar incident to National Public Radio, expressing their surprise at finding such a fish with human-like teeth in a neighborhood pond, usually populated with bass or catfish. Before they could identify the fish, they released it back into the pond due to it being a catch and release zone, later realizing it was a mistake given its invasive nature. Since the incident, Charlie has been trying to recapture the PACU. If he does, his mother plans to get it mounted as a trophy, despite a neighbor's offer to cook it. The Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation suspects the PACU was a pet that outgrew its tank and was released into the wild. They warned against such actions, emphasizing their detrimental impact on native wildlife. This isn't the first instance of a PACU being caught in Oklahoma, marking a peculiar trend in the state's waters. Pretty cool catch by the youngster. This catch and all of this attention will likely keep him a fisherman for the rest of his life. For our next clip, we head to a daytime scene in a backyard where a homeowner has spotted a rare meeting of two animals. We have a raccoon and a bobcat who seem to be just sizing each other up. Now, common knowledge tells us all that the bobcat has the upper hand and the raccoon should tread lightly. And as we watch, it appears the raccoon gets a little too close for comfort and the scuffle ensues. Look at the bobcat move. That's unreal. The agility is unparalleled. Very few species possess that type of quickness. The raccoon chases the bobcat off in another case of the bobcat, losing the battle to win the war. Bobcats need their skill set and to be firing on all cylinders to hunt and survive in the wild. This guy isn't going to risk injury in a fight with a raccoon with which he could handily take care of if need be. Let me know what you guys think about this. I saw someone mention the raccoon being able to put up a good fight with the bobcat. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? One morning, this guy out for his regular jog, right? Now, he takes the same route every day. But on this particular day, something's different. He spots this weird dark creature right in the middle of his path. He manages to get it on video, but even then, it's hard to tell what exactly this thing is. It's big and it looks like it's covered in black fur. The creature's there, doing something, but it's kind of hard to tell what it's up to. It kind of looks like it's eating something, but who knows? Now, when he zooms in on the video, you can see this creature's got these pointy ears kind of like what you'd see on a cat or a dog. But honestly, it's pretty hard to tell what this thing is. Is it attacking something? Is it just having breakfast? It's hard to say. All I know is it's kind of creepy. Now here's another weird part. If this thing's some kind of cryptid, some monster from the tales we've all heard, what's it doing out in broad daylight? Don't these things usually stick to the shadows? And if it's just a normal animal, then what kind? I'm really curious to hear what you guys think this thing could be. This intriguing footage was recorded by a woman venturing into the forest when she spotted something rather unusual. Within the highlighted red circle, you can make out a translucent moving figure that bears a humanoid form. The speculation is that this entity could be a so-called glimmer man, or invisible terrestrial entities as some like to call them. Sightings of such entities are relatively rare. However, eyewitness reports describe these beings as typically standing between 5 to 7 feet tall, often found in woodland areas, and occasionally seen perched high in trees. They are said to exhibit exceptional agility, moving swiftly across both land and water. These entities are known for their ability to seamlessly blend into their surroundings. It's believed that if a glimmer man detects that it's been seen, it will shadow or tail you with the intent of urging you to depart from its territory. While reports of sightings are gradually increasing, the true nature of these beings remains a mystery. Are they extraterrestrial, or do they belong to the realm of the supernatural? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Direct your attention to the upper middle portion of your screen, where you can catch sight of a sizable, fur-coated entity meandering through the woodland. A closer look at the footage offers a reasonably lucid image of this mysterious being. Could it be a Sasquatch, perhaps? These creatures, often thought to belong to the primate family, are reputed to range in height from 6 to 15 feet. It's said that they give off a rather unpleasant odor, and are either perfectly quiet or known to emit a high-pitched shriek. Despite the fact that some biologists feel their existence remains unconfirmed. There appears to be a compelling body of evidence, including video recordings, such as the one you're watching now. This particular entity appears to be moving at a rather leisurely pace. Considering the scale of it, especially when you factor in the filming distance, it seems to be enormous. One may wonder, could this simply be a bear or something more elusive? What do you guys think? I always have a discussion with a buddy of mine about which is scarier, an alligator or a shark. Sharks may be considered scarier by some due to their portrayal in media and films such as Jaws. They are often depicted as predatory creatures of the open ocean, able to attack without warning. The great white shark, for instance, is renowned for its size, speed, and rows of sharp teeth. Additionally, being attacked in the open water where humans are not in their element can increase the fear factor associated with sharks. Alligators, on the other hand, can be terrifying due to their powerful jaws, agility both in water and on land, and their stealthy hunting style. They're often found in freshwater environments like swamps, marshes, and rivers, especially in parts of the United States, which can make them a more common fear for people living in or visiting these areas. My argument is that the gator is much scarier, and a video like this is the reason. Gators will eat you, and if they aren't hungry, they'll bury you underwater for a later time. Sharks can be deadly, but they usually bite and let go. If you survive the shark bite, they don't often come and finish you off like the gator will. Anyhow, are you team gator or team shark? Let me know.